Welcome to the one and only Golden Goddess Circle. Thank you so much for gathering with me, with us today. And I'd like to start off with a quote by Charles Colton. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. When people copy you, when they steal your stuff and just put it out as their own, that means that you're doing something right. Are you aware of that? I became aware of that just these last days, and today was my final confirmation that we here in the Golden Goddess Circle are doing something right because we're being copied. Isn't that so fun? And there are now even men hosting goddess circles where they promise to initiate the goddess in you. And that means that it's a tribute to the work that we're doing. It means that our impact that we're having on this planet really is leading somewhere. So I crafted this little statement that I'd like to read. It's incredibly gratifying to see our message of love and sisterhood empowering and transcending gender boundaries and reaching people from all walks of life. And at the heart of our success here in the Golden Goddess Circle lies the power of circles led by women. And that's not just me, but it's all my fabulous co-hosts that I want to give a big shout out today. Because this Golden Goddess Circle was created almost 3 years ago. And it came from intuition telling me this is what we need. We need sisterhood. We need sacred sisterhood. And, you know, in a world where women are often being told what to do and how to behave and what to say and what not to say, Golden Goddess circles, like the ones that we're hosting right now, offer a refreshing change, I believe. Here, women lead women. And we offer guidance and support and wisdom from our own experiences. It's a space where every voice is heard and where every woman is valued. So let me tell you, I value you. I so appreciate you for showing up, for taking time out of your busy day together with us. And whether you're gathering right now or you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. And thank you for hitting yes and like and subscribe on this channel where you're watching this, because that makes this work that we're doing possible. Thank you. So if you're ready to join our community, then make sure that you sign up so that we can send you the link to join in case you're watching this as a replay. So, my loves, we have another exciting session ahead of us today. We have our beautiful womb keeper, Francesca, in our circle, and we're ready for our second part of the initiation of our womb. And today we're going to talk about archetypes. And Francesca, her mother tongue is Italian, so stay patient and stay calm, even if you maybe acoustically or in some way don't understand every single word. Know that the energy of our circle, the vortex that you're in right now, has an impact on your subconscious mind and on all parts of your being, making it possible for you to just trust your intuition. And your intuition, your subconscious mind, and your heart will understand. So on those tracks, I would like to, before we get into the archetypes and the second part of our initiation, I would like to use the power of our group, utilize it for a very special intention that we want to do for a little baby. And he's called Giovanni Paolo Maria. Giovanni Paolo Maria. Currently has a tumor in his brain. And now I know, and I'm sure many of you know, what the power of 8, the power of intention, the power of a group intention can do. We have seen miracles unfold in our goddess circles right from the start, and especially ever since we've been practicing this power of intention together. So rather than doing this at the end of our circle today, I would like to start out with that. I would like us all to get into that best possible position right now, to get our body aligned. You could be doing this sitting upright, or lying down. Just make sure that your spine and your neck are straight so that all the energy centers in your body are connected. Take a couple of breaths and maybe uncross your legs and place both soles of the feet on the earth beneath you. If you're lying down, just imagine that every part of your body that is touching the surface beneath you is connecting to the earth below. And then just take a couple of full breaths, becoming aware of this present moment with all the sounds that you may be having around you right now, my voice, and with all the feelings you might have in your body right now, with all the thoughts that you might have in your mind. Just come into your body right now and notice how in your body you have this beautiful heart, this center of your being, so much more powerful than your brain. And yet, right now, we're going to connect our heart and our brain by taking a couple of conscious breaths where we count from 1 to 5 as we breathe in, and from 1 to 5 as we breathe out. That's right. And let's imagine that right now, wherever we are on this beautiful planet, we're all connected by our hearts. And we could even imagine that we're now holding hands in a beautiful circle of light. That's right. And now from our hearts, we're sending out the following intention. Our intention is that Giovanni Paolo Maria is free of the tumor in his head, and he's happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is that Giovanni Paolo Maria now completely, permanently, and immediately is free of the tumor in his head, and he's happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is that Giovanni Paolo Maria is completely, immediately, and permanently free of the tumor in his head, and he's happy, healthy, and well in every way. See it happening. See him happy, healthy, and well, surrounded by a bubble of light. See him smiling. See the doctors astonished. Notice the ripple effect of his healing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So it is. So it shall be. Or something even better. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Our intention is that Giovanni Paolo Maria is completely, immediately, and permanently free of the tumor in his head, and he's happy, healthy, and well in every way. And with your next breath, come back into the here and now and know that it is done. Notice your body again. Become aware of the earth beneath you and the energy around you and inside of you. And know that these intentions work through time through space, through all realities. So thank you. Thank you for joining, and thank you to Letizia for making that shout out on social media. That's the blessing of these times, isn't it? We are interconnected, and we're noticing that we are all one. And if there is suffering within our circle, that just means that it's an opportunity for even more love to flow within ourselves and then all around us. So thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you to Giovanni e Paolo Maria. We so look forward to hearing all about your healing. And thank you for being the amazing soul that you are. Right. With the next breath, we're now going to call in Francesca Gottardo, who I'm going to add to the spotlight. Hello, my love. Good to see you and hopefully hear you. Say something. We can't hear you. So let's be patient with technology. You have to unmute yourself. I've asked you, so let's try again.
Do you hear me? Okay.
Yes, we do.
Because I had some problem with Zoom now, and then I have to update it, but I'm not able to do this.
All good. You're here now. Let's get going. Francesca,
Okay,
you have prepared an amazing outline for today's session, and you're going to talk to us about the archetypes. So tell me more, what are the archetypes and how is this important for our initiation?
It's important because every woman can see herself in one archetype. From she's a girl to when you are old, if we can say like this. We are mature. It's better, something like this. And then
sorry, one second. You said we are what? You said we have all these archetypes. Mature. Sorry?
There is the first archetype is the archetype of the girl, and the last one is the archetype of the crone. Okay, and the crone, it's a woman who is in menopause and he's in the last time of her life. But this doesn't mean that she doesn't have to give anything. She has to give about her experiences in her life. And it was very nice because in this week, one friend of mine gave me some information about the animal in the earth that have menopause. And then there is the woman, and then there are some fishes that I don't know the name in English. And there was the meaning why we live the menopause.
Why do we need the menopause?
Because we have to teach about our experiences in our life, even if we are not able to give the life to other babies. But we can use this period to speak about our experiences and to teach to other women, to other girls about our life. And I think that this is very important because in this system, in this life, you know that in this last time of your life after the menopause, it seems that you don't have no more to give. It's not like this. And then it's beautiful to speak with a girl and explain about your experiences, and it was normal in other times. And we have to take it another time in this time, because it's important. The girl, it's important. All the archetypes, there are 4 archetypes in our life, but it's important to give our experiences to young person. And you know
I
that.
agree with you. I totally agree with you because I'm noticing that within myself, right? I'm 50 years of age and my childbearing years are definitely over. I've done my contribution there. I have 3 beautiful, healthy children that I birthed myself, and I have 5 stepchildren that I watched grow up and was able to, also support and be a mom to. So this transition from going, just if we look at it from the fertility, right? From going from being contributing by producing children to the other phase of contributing by producing knowledge. Would that sum it up?
There are, because I don't remember every time, it's important to connect to the moon time, to the menstrual time, because this is another problem in this society. We have divided the moon time and our life and our menstrual. And it's important, it's really very, very important to connect it another time, our life, the woman life with the moon life, the moon phases. And every archetype has his moon phases. Then the girl has the crescent moon, and the season is the spring. And in this period of pre-ovulation, that is the girl, the phase of the girl, we are full of life. We are the girl, we have to do many experiences, and we can do some mistakes because maybe we are fear to say no, to put boundaries. And that this is not right. And then we have to put our boundaries, and then to come back with a balance with the girl and with this experience. And we have to sorry
I think
have
you're doing fine. Just relax. Can I just interrupt you for I think an overview that would help everyone, because I don't want to, because there are many different approaches to defining these archetypes, and I don't want to come into your teaching, but what I learned is that we start with this maiden, this girl energy, so girl or maiden, and then we go over into the mother energy, and then we go into the wild woman, and then we go into the sage. So that's the kind of concept that I know. So could you give us your archetypes as a list now so that everyone watching could just write them down to get an overview? We've started with the maiden.
Yeah.
What comes then?
It's the same division that you have said now. Then we have the girl, and the girl is in the time of the crescent moon.
And
The
the spring,
season
yes.
is the spring. Okay.
What comes then after the maiden?
And we have the mother. The second one, the archetype, is the mother, and is the phase, the ovulatory phase. Okay, and then we have the mother, the full moon, and the summer. The season is the summer, because we can have some mistakes about it's the abundance, the summer and the abundance. It's very important, the mother.
Did you say abundance? Is
Yeah.
summer and abundance? Okay. Mm-hmm.
And we can have some problems in this period because when the mother gives too much to the others, and then we have no balance about this, and then we have to give ourselves more times for the mother, because the mother too has his time, have to have his time, even if there are children, even if there is the family. And this is very important too, because we give the system, the society teach us to give all our life as a mother. But I thought that after the children, we have to do something. to give ourselves. And this is for this reason that I created this work for myself, because I thought that after my daughter, I couldn't stay like that. I had to give myself in another way to other person and to myself too, because I'm not old. I have a lot of things to do, and I have a lot of to give to everyone. Okay, and
And I think that's just a moment where we can all just take a pause and tune into that maybe idea, because what I know from our circles, we might all be sort of near that age of life, that phase of life. And even if we're not, even if we're mothers, I think it's really important that we take a moment to really value all that we have already given, and to now also know and trust that what we have to give is eternal. It's not defined by age. It's not defined by your social status. It's that love that you are, right? Would you agree there, Francesca?
Yeah, right. Thank
So
you.
after we've got the maiden, the mother, and then what comes then?
The enchantress.
The what?
And
The
I like
enchantress.
enchantress. Enchantress, sorry. And the moon is the fallen moon, and the season is the autumn. But I like a lot the enchantress, because the enchantress is wild. She
I
has no
like us very
rules.
much too. So for all those of you who are in this phase of life, like I definitely assign to that one, it's a fabulous phase of expansion, wouldn't you agree? It can be a scary phase. Think about it. When you realize that a chapter of your life, like the being the mother, the children have left the home. At least, I mean, I still have a child at home, but she's also 14, right? There's a limit to this. And then she's also got to be out in the world. It can feel scary, and it definitely brings up all issues around self-value, self-worth. What do I have to give? Who am I to even whatever, right? And have I done my bit now? And now I could just, I don't know, go and play golf or whatever. No, it's a time to really tune into what gets us alive, what gets us tuned in and turned on. Would you agree, Francesca?
Yeah, I am agreeing. I like it too much, because
So we're connected to summer we're connected to the fallen moon
the fallen
and
moon and the season is the
autumn.
autumn.
Okay. And
And
after that,
she's revealed. And there is the intuition, the use of the intuition. And then I thought about you.
I think about myself there too. And it really neatly circles back, if I can just take a little sidetrack, to what I was saying at the beginning about this copying. Because, I like translating things into a bigger picture. And if you just take this topic of imitation, of copying things, and you translate it into the world that we're seeing right now, I had this really interesting experience on the weekend. I often listen to motivational speeches and, I don't know, YouTube videos that get me all tuned in and turned on in the morning. And I was listening on YouTube, and I stumbled across one that was called The 5 Signs How to Know If You Are the Chosen One. And that attracted my attention. And it was by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I was like, that's interesting. I wouldn't have connected those two, but let's listen to it. So I listened to it, and it was a video, but it was stock footage. So there was nobody speaking. And it was definitely his voice. And the words that he was saying made sense. And I was like, this is very perfectly spoken. That is the first thing that I noticed. And then as the video went on, at about 10 minutes 21, I remember thinking, what's happened to the voice and what's happening to the words? They were distorting so much that it became obvious that it was an AI video. And it made me realize that this is happening more and more, because that was definitely not Joe Dispenza speaking and teaching. That was AI taking, because that's all it takes. It just needs a 3-second clip of a video, like anything here, and the voice. And AI can make anyone say anything on this planet. And there's no way, unless you're tuned into your intuition, of knowing, is this a fake or is it true? And I think that's a really interesting time to be living in. and an interesting time to be a wild woman or enchantress in, where we are actually so tuned into our intuition. So I'm postulating that all us wild women are pivotal in these times of change to help others tune into their intuition. Because the only thing that will tell you whether something is fake or true is your gut feeling, is your intuition. There'll be just something where like, eh? And we have to learn that these days because it's going to be a tool of survival. Because think bigger. How are you going to know, especially with the interconnectedness of social media, if not some video comes out of some political leader saying something that aggravates so many people, and he might have never said it. But how would we know if it's out on TikTok and it gets 40 million views and it's, I don't know, so-and-so saying, I'm going to push the red button? I mean, think about it. So I love what we're doing today, and I want to make this really practical and translatable into your everyday life, that owning the qualities of a certain period of life helps us amplify the energy that we have within us anyway, just by owning it. Over to you again. Sorry for interrupting.
No, there are no problems. I remember one time when I had a friend and I spoke about some little bit things about the life in my family. And she was very young, this friend, and she began to a relationship. And then I told her some things about the crone, about the life of an old woman in our family. And I don't know if I explain myself very well. We can do this link and in the women, in the world, in our society, in our family, without competition. We have to link ourselves and help ourselves. I think that this is very important. On the contrary, this society put every woman against other women's, and I don't like it. You know that, and I saw this a lot of time, that the men they understand themselves like it's not a minute, it's second. I don't know if I explain myself. Even
Keep
if
going.
5 or 2 months, they don't know themselves. They look at themselves and they understand. On the contrary, two women, they look themselves and they enter in competition. And this is not right.
But I feel, but I just want to question this, because I feel that men are in a very strong competition too.
Yeah, okay.
So I think
I correct
it's a
myself.
structure of patriarchy. No, honestly, because I mean, I have two sons and I know a lot of men and I see them, how they interact together. And this thing of I'm the biggest alpha, I'm the blah,
Okay.
blah, 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 they're majorly competitive because that's what patriarchy does. Patriarchy trains you to believe into competition. There's not enough for everyone. You've got to be the top dog. You've got to be, you know, the one and only.
Yeah.
And now everything is changing, and we're becoming more and more woke. We're waking up and
Yeah.
we're able to see the patterns and say this, it's just not true, because there's enough for everyone, seriously. And it is possible that we're all doing what we love, what we're good at, to contribute to the greater good. So let's all take that in, that this is the fun time that we're living in. We're going to see this come into action, especially for wild women. By the time that we're sages, I know for myself, I'm going to be looking back at these interesting times right now and say, we did it. And we did it. Us women, by connecting to each other and sharing and being real, we did it. Because we're the ones that have been investing most in these last decades into personal transformation, into waking up and helping ourselves. I love how you said that. So let's go to the sage now, because that's the part that's still missing, or you call it the crone. What moon and I'm guessing it's winter. And what quality?
We have the last side, the menstruation, the witch, with the witch, and the new moon, and the season is the winter.
Okay, so the sage is the witch, the new moon, and the winter. That also speaks to the white hair of the winter. And winter is also, if I take it back to my stylist days, winter is also, you know, that type of complexion that loves cold, bright colors. So neon yellow is a very difficult color for most people to wear, unless you've got snowy white hair and you can carry those neon colors. So it actually invites us to become more and more bold. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. And it's fantastic because it's the silence, the shadow, the subconscious, and the wise, and the death.
Wisdom
Winter
and
is
death.
the death, but the death has his meaning. The death it's not always the death. I think that the death it's not. We have we are we don't. It's not feared that the death has his love, maybe. It's a meaning.
Well, death is the final surrender, isn't it? And
Yeah.
that's where we're all
But in the
heading
death,
to.
there is the
I mean,
wising. You understand everything
well,
in this moment, maybe.
no, not only maybe, I am certain of it. I am certain of it because I've had the privilege to be close to people when they were passing over. And that's the moment of instant clarity. I always say, you know, you can deny and deflect and defend and I don't know, circumnavigate, right? All your life, if you like. It's up to you. You can do that. You can choose that. But there is that moment when you pass over and where you have to let go of ego, where you have to let go of the body, where you have to let go of all the known to go into the unknown. And I actually believe that this fear of death that we all carry within us is what we are actually conquering with our meditations, with our willingness and ability to go into, as you call it, that stillness, the darkness, the nothing.
It's beautiful, the darkness and the nothing, because you can create always something in the nothing.
I love how
I
you
think
put that.
yes. And then after the death, there is another birth.
Yes.
And then this is, you know, that always in this system that the society teach us to be fear of the death. And on the contrary, I think that we have to teach in our life to prepare to the death. And I think that it's fantastic about this because you are prepared to do this passage, to do
I
this
agree. So
experience.
now that we know the different phases of these archetypes and the different archetypes, what is your advice now or tip that you can give everyone listening now? What do we do with this?
We can study this, so we can see if we are in one archetype or in the other, and we can see in the workshop the balance and the unbalance of the characteristics of every archetype, and then we can begin to know better ourselves and the other woman around us, because I think it's very important to create this link that I like so much, and I
Thank
see
you.
that it's possible to do this, but
Absolutely. So
you know that
what? Sorry?
we have to start by ourselves. Then if
Absolutely,
we know
100%.
better ourselves, we can open ourselves to other women.
And that's what we're doing here. So and we're going to include this in the replay, of course, you've been so sweet and collected some links for us where we can download the archetypes and a workbook where you can do your own process. What else would you like to say?
I have to put another link, another manual in a month, and then it's better about this. This is a little workshop, but there is a big manual, and you can download it in a month.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm going to call upon my sister goddesses here. Do you have questions for Francesca? Is there anything else you would like to ask her? And then we'll go into our transformational process where we use everything that we've learned right now and turn it into even more good energy. So if you have any questions for Francesca, you go ahead and unmute yourself. I'm going to ask Lily if you have anything you would like to ask. If not, put it in the chat and we'll get to your question. Sister Goddess Lily, what do you have to say to this exciting topic? Oh, sorry, I muted you again.
I find it very interesting, the 4 phases. I haven't heard this type of analysis before, but it makes a lot of sense. And I'm fascinated by the third and fourth phases. And I think important for the second phase is just as a girl goes through the pre-stage and many women become mothers, it's important for each one of us to acknowledge and accept our femininity. And this puts it into context that regardless of whether we have become physical mothers and given birth to our own children, we are that feminine internal being. And I think it's so gratifying and important to reinforce our relationships with one another in that context, that being a woman, being a girl, being a female, having a mother's heart. Of course, when you are a mother and a grandmother, then you've had certain experiences, but that doesn't mean that you exclude other women who haven't had that same experience, in the same way that you won't exclude a little girl who hasn't been there yet, who isn't.
I love that you said that. Yes, yes, yes. I love that you're bringing that up because that's a very important topic, to feel fulfilled and as a mother, even if you don't have your own children, if you maybe consciously chosen not to have children, or they just are not showing up, right? I love that you said that. Do you have something to say to that, Francesca?
I think that even if you don't have babies, you can teach others, you can help others with your time, with your life, with your to be feminine in another way that is different from a mother. You can be a mother inside you, even if you don't have babies.
Well, and also we can mother other, I'm sorry, we can mother other beings too that don't necessarily came through us. So that doesn't, I mean, there's adoption, of course, but there's also taking care of other children, working with children, but also projects. Anything you can create can be like your child. You can get into, even taking care of animals will give that mothering energy, which is a very caring and nurturing energy. So my advice for all those who are saying, okay, how can I nurture that within myself, although I didn't give birth, is yes, mother yourself. Can you be a tad kinder to yourself? Could you give yourself what you maybe did or didn't get in childhood? How would you do that? Think about that. And then where could you extend that caring energy out to other beings, projects, creations that will give you that feeling of having done something for someone else to nurture something into fruition? I feel the same kind of motherly energies towards my clients sometimes, right? If I have a younger woman coming in and she's all about, I want to build a business, I want to write a book, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I mentor that woman, it feels like being a sort of mom. So I hope that answered your question, Marianella. And Nicole is asking, would you say that even being in one archetype phase means that we still carry the others in us? Does that mean, do we? And how do we balance this if we're maybe in transition of a phase? How can we bring all these qualities of all the archetypes within us. I think we'll do a process on that. Nicole is my answer, but Francesca, what would you say?
I think that we have to come back with the right. We have to do the right. We can do this.
She's talking about the rite of the womb for all those that didn't maybe join in the last session. There we had the rite of the womb. So when Francesca is now saying the rite, she's suggesting that we go back to that rite and activate it within us again. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. We can do this not translation, sorry, this passage between the archetypes, giving us the time to do a rite. Like the last time I said that it's important in our life to give ourselves a right, even if all the time that we have our changes, when we have to change our life from the god to the mother, we can do the right, and from the mother to the enchantress, we can do the right. I think that it is important because with the right, we have the possibility to see what we have done till now, and if we have done some mistakes, and then we have correct ourselves, and we can change the things, and we begin another time with another archetype in our life. I don't know if I explain myself well.
No, I understood. I'll sum it up in my words. What you're suggesting is that every time we enter a new phase, we do the passage of the womb. We do that right to use it as a time of reflection on maybe the mistakes that we made, the things we do different, but things that went well, of course, too. And then initiate ourselves. And I think that's really important to really understand women. We initiate ourselves into the next phase so that we take the learnings from what we've been through into what's still to come.
This is amazing golden goddess material. It's like the rites of passage, to me, speaking to the sacraments in a religious rite, which really makes us the goddess, where we take control and take responsibility for the rights of our personal development.
Yes, 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 yes. So my suggestion would be now, let's get all that energy that we've stirred up integrated within our system. Are we in for that? So I'm going to remove the spotlights. Thank you so much, Francesca. Thank you for bracing the challenge, for conquering the English language. You're going to get better and better every time. And I'm going to let you out of the spotlight. Sister Goddess Lily, will you stay in the spotlight with me?
Okay.
Thank you. It's just more fun if we do the tapping together. I don't feel so alone then. Woo! Okay. So my intention for this tapping is to integrate the qualities of the phase that I am in now, and the phases that I've been through, and the phases that I'm still going to go through, so that all these archetypes are balanced within my own system. So if that sounds good to you, then we will tap upon that. Yeah? Okay. So we're going to start with the switch. And we say, I love and accept and respect myself exactly where I am right now. And I love and accept and respect myself when I now choose to integrate all the qualities of each phase of my womanhood deep within my being to bring out my best self, to be most connected to the love that I am. Breathe. Then we go underneath our left arm. And we say, all and any doubt I may have, I let it go. And I choose to believe in the wisdom of my divine being that always knows what's right for her. And I believe in femininity, the divine feminine, and I allow it to flow through me at all times. And breathe. Thumbs. The goddess that I am. I love and accept and respect myself with all the grief that I have about the times gone by, about the mistakes I made, about the pain that I felt. It's okay. I love and accept and respect myself when I now choose to let go of the grief and step into my power of joy. I enjoy every single moment of my life, regardless of which phase I am in right now. And breathe. Underneath your collarbones, tap your chest bones, activate the power of our kidneys and our courage. And then we say, I love and accept and respect myself with all my fears at my deepest level. And from the very first time I felt scared. And I choose now to let go of the fear and to step into my power of courage. I'm so brave. Oh, yes, I am so brave. I can do this. I'm sorry, I will do this. And I'm doing this now. Whew, that was a big release for me. And breathe. Liver, right side. I love the woman that I am. I love the divine feminine that flows through me at all times. And I love and accept and respect myself with all and any anger I may have at my deepest level and from the first time I felt angry. And I choose now to let go of the anger and step into my power of peace. I forgive myself. I forgive all those who ever wronged me. It's okay. I am peace and I choose for peace now and every day and every way. I become more and more of a vessel of peace. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. And now when we do this funky move, we are going to disconnect, cut the cords to any pain and suffering, to any programming that no longer serves the highest good. We're just going to let it go. Here we go. I claim my power back. I claim my freedom back. I claim my respect back. I claim back what's mine. I give you your power back. I give you your freedom back. I give you your respect back. I give you back what's yours now. I forgive you for any pain and suffering you ever created. And I ask for forgiveness for any pain and suffering I ever created. The past remains in the past. And only love can connect us. I wish you well, just as I wish myself well. And then take that breath and tune into your heart and notice how much energy is flowing through you and around you as you drop into that blissful state of connection and gratitude, sisterhood, knowing that everything is unfolding just perfectly at the right time, just for you. Yes, believe it, know it, feel it, hear it, see it, and then come back in the here and now. And tell me how you feel. Write it in the comments, put it in the chat. Sister Goddess Lily, how do you feel?
That was wonderful. That was so deep. I was really just doing everything and feeling everything, and it was settling. Really.
Ooh, did you hear that sound that came in when you said settling? Thank you for that. Louisa is saying she's feeling good. Thank you. Nicole is saying, I like that because this is the conscious part of owning ourselves, of owning what is. And that's what is. That's what we're doing now. Thank you to all of you. Ooh, comments coming in. I feel connected. I feel grounded. I feel fulfilled. I feel very balanced. Energy flowing all over my body. I'm at peace. Yay! Give yourself a tap on the shoulder. You did this. That's right. Left, right. Connect the left and the right body hemisphere. And I want to leave you with a little exercise that I have loved, and it's called the physiological sigh. Have you ever heard of that, Sister Goddess Lily?
No.
The physiological sigh. Yes, the physiological sigh means that you breathe out and do this. You breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth until the body comes up with the sigh, and you'll know when it happens. Okay, so I'm going to take a sip of water. Let's do this together. Okay, we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Yeah, until you get to the sigh. Keep going. Just 2 more, 3 more. When you're there, just let it all go. Feel the energy within your body. And notice what has changed. Isn't that a great exercise? Okay, I've got one more for you all because I'm going to be a fire hydrant right now. I've got so much lovely energy to give. Okay, the next one is a physiological exercise that will de-stress you in your entire system and especially take the tension out of your neck and shoulder muscles. Okay, and Sister Goddess Lily, you can get out of the spotlight if you feel weird doing this. I'm happy doing this on my own because it does look a little weird. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to stick your tongue out and you're going to need a tissue. So if you have a tissue somewhere near you, go grab a tissue or a bit of toilet paper. I'll wait for you and I'll explain the exercise while you're getting your tissue. You need a tissue. Okay. So we are going to do something funky with our tongues that releases tension out of our neck and shoulder muscles. And that is because the tongue is connected to the top of the neck and back. And by releasing the tongue, you're releasing the tension in those parts of your body. Isn't that so fun? Okay, so here's what you do. I can't talk while I'm doing it, so you're gonna have to watch. I'm gonna stick my tongue out. I'm gonna grab the tip of my tongue with the tissue, and then I'm gonna move my tongue up and down. Okay, a couple of times up and down. And then I'm going to move it left and right. So if you want to do this with me, then go ahead and grab your tissue, stick out your tongue, grab it. And then check out how it feels. Check your neck and back. Okay, so if we'd been really smart, we would have checked first. I did this with my last yoga flow class, and we first checked how far can I look before the exercise. Okay, you just check a point somewhere where you can look. Then you do this fun exercise and then you check again. And every single one of the 11 ladies that were doing yoga with me noticed that it went further back. So you can keep doing this whenever you notice you're getting a little hunched up and kind of tight up here. Do the funky tongue exercise. Okay, goddesses, it's 5 minutes to our glorious end. I feel we have covered an incredible amount of topics. We have tuned into some beautiful energies. Is there anything else you would like to say or any question that you have? Then do so now. Sister Goddess Lily, do you have any wise words? Ethel is saying, thank you, Joy, for these wonderful tools. Yes. Anka is saying, release. Yes, 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 yes. Lily.
I can only just repeat what I said last time when we had Francesca about this aspect of the femininity of the universe, of God, of society, that we are coming into that age where women are taking their position, not necessarily to dominate men, but to take their rightful place in
Yes.
in relationships.
Yes, yes. And that is going to create more peace on this planet.
Absolutely.
I know that we're all in for peace. Okay, so stretch your arms out wide, goddesses. Imagine that we're all hugging each other in this fabulous circle. And know that, yes, I love you too from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And see you in 2 weeks' time. I am off to Costa Rica on Thursday, and I am handing over the scepter, the throne, the connection, whatever, to the beautiful sister goddess Nicole and Lily and Yolanda. And they are going to host the next 2 circles. And I look forward to coming back and then hearing all about what you've been doing in the meantime and teaching you what I'm going to be learning in the jungle. So I love you. Have a beautiful week and see you again soon.